Religious horror is a fairly common trend. Doctrine and faith mingle with the unreal to create something unsettling. City of God by Spilding Studios is a 2023 zine game, effectively, and it's not massive or a hit or anything like that. It exists, and it's effectively, in the name of the rose, the tabletop role-playing game. Except the demons are real, and they're probably going to tear your balls off with wicked demon claws. At its core, it's a simple opposed system. I roll my attribute die against your attribute die and see who scores the highest, determine an outcome with the dice roll outcome index. As you can see, you're probably going to want to get that. +5 for a full actual real success, while anything less than that is going to be a success with a cost or much worse. Wow, this absolutely sucks, you might be thinking. But the catch is that if you are rolling something, it's already probably gone wrong. This is a narrative game, focused on being holy men and women of a dark ages, filled with actual real demons who want to rip your face off or cast souls to mega hell. Characters are far from complicated, but let's make brother Marius. Marius, completely unrelated mechanically, ancestry is an old Roman, and we're allowed to play exactly 12 seconds of a little dark age vaporwave edit whenever we walk into a room. Alternatively, we could be an actual Hun and replace it with throat singing. But we're going into our background now. Effectively, an open-ended class that determines what we do. This starts us with our two experiences, such as I translated the major works of a scholar, I made a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, I served on the front lines in the last war, and so on and so forth. There are no skills necessarily, just a way to facilitate doing things. Then we move on to our reputation. Unique to each background, reputation isn't just how well we're perceived by others, but that is a factor, but how much stuff we have access to because of that rank in society. After that, we distribute some of our attribute points. As a hermit, we have 10 to work with, each step costing 1 and starting at a d4. We may have a pretty decent stat line like this. However, nuns have the highest number of attribute points among everyone because of feminine wiles or hitting the fucking rack. However, this leads into creeds. A creed is kind of like a faction inside of the church. Creeds will reward you with corruption or devotion if you succumb to sins or follow their virtues. As a Michaelite, we have the thou shalt protect the weak, never flee a battle, and kill only when honorable. But also, Lord forgiveth, I shall take vengeance, let rage overtake me, and the lust for the thrill of battle. Devotion and corruption comes from these two things, and feed directly into your inquisitions and prayers. An inquisition lets you ask questions and influence others. Hunter's instinct lets us identify tracks reliably, or battle master to gain information via weaponry or warfare. Prayers are a way for you to fist fight demons and employ the same concept, but instead of a one and done, you're going to be needing to make an opposed check against this demon to make it work. Both of these cost devotion or corruption, and sometimes both, to activate. And that's a majority of a character, to be honest. Most of the game is undergoing an investigation. No gimmick mechanics, no 10th dimensional assballs. There's a problem and you have to solve it with the power of Jesus Christ. Superstar. Gameplay wise, most talkie-talkie scenes are about getting a hook on someone to compel them to help you. I do a favor for you, you give me something. Combat though, or what stands for combat, is a fucking mess because you're very fragile. Most characters have 3 to 5 wounds, and if you ever get into a fight, you will take a wound. You're gonna get pretty fucking hurt pretty fucking fast. Severe wounds are going to down you even faster though, but are mostly reserved for demons and nasty weapons. Or you can get an infection for having the audacity of getting into combat. Demons are the heart of the story though, trying to banish them with a variety of prayers in the name of the game. The game does provide you a demon creation system, even if it is just a bunch of fucking bullet points and a thumbs up from the creator. The main goal is to uncover the demon, weaken it with prayers before pile driving it back into hell. Far easier said than done when it's trying to tear your limbs off with telekinetic powers or something else. That's it, really. Is City of God good? Well, I'll say it has heart. The main issue boils down to being really poorly laid out, with a few instances of jumping back and forth between pages, and being light when it feels like there should be some more meat to things. With enough time and elbow grease, you could probably smooth it down to a pleasant little game, but it would require everyone to be perfectly on board with it and willing to play things a little bit faster and looser than you would think. My name is Notepad, and this is City of God. If you like what I do here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Many thanks to the Section 12 for their continued support of our content. Godspeed, good luck, and god dang it, who turned off the lights?